While all my friends from high school were procuring cases of beer and heading to the party at Jack's house, I was practicing my speech. I patted my pocket for the 100th time since stripping off the suit pants from graduation and slipping into my well-worn jeans. Mumbling under my breath did nothing to calm my stomach as I paced my room. Now, patting my back pocket to make sure the condoms I'd bought 2 towns over were ready to go tonight only jacked up my level of nervousness. I glanced at the note card where I'd scribbled a few things to say. Nothing made me nervous. Except her. Rainey Shaw. The prettiest girl at Blueball High. The life of every party, voted best smile 4 years in a row by our peers. My best friend. And tonight, I planned to tell her how I really felt. All the signs were there that she felt the same way. The way she'd hold my hand with our fingers interlaced, dip her head to rest it on my shoulder, or the way her eyes would dart around a room full of people until she locked gazes with me. I also planned to give her my virginity tonight in exchange for hers. Zeke? Dad stuck his head in my bedroom. Hey, son, I don't want you drinking and driving. I turned to face him, almost as tall as him now. He'd been my hero since the day I was born. The man was built like a linebacker, and I could only hope to have his strength one day. I planned to follow in his footsteps, learning how to build all the things he did, to work with my hands, and provide for my family just like he'd always done for us. He'd already been quizzing me so I'd be ready for the general contractor license exam. Now that I was 18, the only thing stopping me was time. With high school over, the rest of my life was about to begin. Which was why I wanted to finally tell Rainey how I felt. I won't, Dad, promise. I'll stay sober and watch out for Rainey. He dipped his head, knowing I told the truth. Everyone knew I'd take care of Rainey, even if I had to lay down my own life to do it. Sadly, it got me in trouble a lot. I'd punched at least 5 guys over the last 4 years for making lewd comments or disrespecting her. Okay then, have a good time. Stay a kid just a bit longer. He stepped forward and pulled me into his arms, whacking me on the back like he always did. I hugged him back, and then we let go, walking out of my room. Dad put his arm around Mom, where she waited in the living room, and they both watched me go, giving me that smile they'd been giving me all day, like they were memorizing every moment of my life. I shook my head and hid my grin. They annoyed me sometimes, but I knew how lucky I was to have them. I'll be back late. Don't wait up. Mom snorted as I closed the front door, Dad's bellow of a laugh reaching me out on the driveway as I approached my truck. One of them always stayed up to make sure I got home safe, no matter how many times I told them not to. I hopped in my truck and backed out of the driveway, in a hurry to get to the bridge. Rainey and I had made the underside of the bridge at Blueball Park our spot. The space was mostly just a dirty cave, but the shade was cool in the summer and lent a perfect view of the rushing stream below during the winter.